Hello, hello, Waymakers. Hello, hello. I am going to bring this up on my computer because sometimes I do not get comments on my phone. While I'm waiting for that to come up, I'm going to invite dot, 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 dot. All right. Invitations have been sent. Turn my volume down here and bring this up just so that I can see comments and make sure. Why won't it? Good gravy. There we go. Okay, so here I am. All right, guys. So we are moving our training around this week and next week. It is going to be on Wednesday. And what are you training us on? Oh, we got a good training tonight. So we're doing our training on Wednesday this week and next week because of Christmas and New Year's. And then starting in January, they will be on Thursdays at 5 o'clock. So that we don't have like back-to-back trainings on Tuesdays. So that will be our new schedule. So hopefully people will join us today. My training today is going to be a good one. It is on attitude and decisions. We have talked, or I have been talking, we've all talked about making 2021 a year to remember. Our goal for our team is to be an elite team, become an elite team in 2021. And we all have goals. We all have things that we want to do. All of us have different goals. All of us have different places that we want to reach in our businesses. But we all have some goals. And we will all go through some struggles. And but we have to make a decision. So I've been watching a lot of the GoPro things, and obviously you guys know I'm a trainaholic. I watch all these trainings, and I've had some aha moments the last few days. And a lot of reasons that people are not successful in their business, absolutely. Will it let you share it? I don't know if it will let you share it. If you can figure out how to do it, go for it. I'm actually going to put it on YouTube afterwards. So if you can't share it from this group, then once it's on YouTube, you can share it from YouTube into your group. Okay, so a lot of the reasons that people are not, the main reasons people are not successful in their businesses, whether it's paparazzi or anything else that we are doing, whether it's a business or anything else in our personal life, weight loss, better help self, whatever we're doing, is we don't make the decision. A lot of us will sit down. Last January 1st, I said, okay, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna do this. I made the decision, but I didn't make the decision. So what I mean by that is once you make that decision, that come hell or high water, you're going to do it. You're welcome. Then you have to stick with it. I posted in the group today that quote from Aristotle. I don't remember it right off the top of my head. But I posted in the group today that quote from Aristotle that went to the effect of we are what we choose to do. And you have to be, I know I have it written down here somewhere. That's going to annoy me now because I really forgot to write it. Here it is. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but it's a habit. So if we make that decision and we stick with it, we have no choice but to become successful. And we have to stick with it no matter what. So in anything in life, a business, personal life, parenthood, everything, we're going to have struggle. We're going to have pain. So I heard Jamie Lee today say, put your pain to purpose. If I sit here and struggle in my business and I give up because it hurts a little bit, or because it's just not going the way that I had planned, then guess what? I didn't make the decision. But if I take that pain, if I take that little bit of struggle and I put purpose to it, okay, why am I struggling? Let's find some purpose and fix it. The purpose is to make you stronger. The purpose is to help you to focus and to push harder. Sorry guys, there's somebody on my stairs and my dog's going crazy. Shh. So the purpose, you got to take that pain and look at the purpose. The pain in, parenthood, raising children, we go through struggles raising. I have 4 kids. I've raised other people's kids. You go through struggles as a parent, but Lucky. Shh. I am so sorry. So I go through, you go through struggles as a parent, and you have to take that pain and put a purpose into it. What is our purpose? To raise good kids, to raise kids that are respectful, to raise children. Lucky. To raise children to become, good women and men. That's our purpose. And so we have to take that. We can't just give up and say, I give up on this child. We have to keep striving. So we cannot give up on our business either. We have to take that pain. We have to take those struggles, turn it into a purpose, and problem solve. Figure out what we need to do to move forward. So many people give up on their dreams. It gets a little hard. They give up on their dreams. It's not worth it. I'm just going to go back to my job, just above broke, or just over broke. And they just say, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's not worth the pain. Me, I'm tired of working for somebody else's dream. I'm going to work for my dreams. And so I heard an illustration. Joseph, if you read in the Bible, Joseph had a dream when he was a child, a teenager. He had a dream, and the very next day was thrown in prison. Or was not thrown in prison. He was thrown into a well by his brothers because they were jealous of this dream. He came out of the well, and ended up going and having to serve in Egypt. He did nothing wrong, but ended up being lied on, ended up being thrown in prison, and for 13 years he fought. But he knew God had a purpose for him because he had that dream and he knew that it was from God. And he never gave up. He never gave up on God. He never gave up on that his dream was going to come true. And then he ended up being taken out of prison, ended up being second in command, and being able to save an entire, all of Egypt, and feed his family. And his dream was finally fulfilled. When all of that happened, he could have been like, all right, God, I give up on you. And 13 years, he had to struggle. And then finally, his dream came true. So we get into a business and we expect, okay, 3 months later, we're supposed to be, selling $40,000 worth of jewelry a month. And when it's not happening, we just want to give up and we want to quit. My father taught me that anything worth having is worth fighting for. So I have made that decision that I'm not going to quit. I am going to, no matter what happens, come hell or high water, I am going to have a business. I am going to be successful. I am going to listen to my mentors. I'm going to listen to my trainings. I have found, You know, one of the things that we learned during all these trainings is find somebody that you want to emulate. Don't compare yourself, but find somebody who has a successful business, somebody who is making it work, somebody who knows what to do, and then follow them, ask them, pick their brain, and do what they tell you to do. So I'm watching the GoPro thing today, and one of the ladies, she said, I make millions every year. And Eric Warway still looks at me and says, you're not doing enough. She's like, and at first I was like, what are you talking about? She says, but I love it. Because when he calls me and he says, you need to do this, it's done. I do it. No matter how uncomfortable it makes me, no matter how much it puts me out of my box, no matter what it is, even if it does not make sense to me, but because he knows what he's talking about, if he says do it, I do it. So if my mentor is Jill, if Jill were to message me every day and say, Sam, you need to do this, I need to do it. Instead of saying she doesn't know what she's talking about, I want to emulate what she's doing. I want a successful business like her. So find that person. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. It doesn't have to be Jill, but find that person that you want to emulate their business. You want to be like them when you grow up. And then do what they tell you to do. Watch what they're doing. Emulate what they do so that you can be successful too. But you also have to make the decision for yourself, even if you don't have the support. I have heard so many people say, well, my sponsor quit. I don't have support. I can't do this because there's nobody there beside me. My sponsor quit too. If Jill, we are lucky. We are in a team that is very supportive, very encouraging, very helpful, and it is all about helping others succeed. But I have heard from other consultants who are not that lucky. My business, my success cannot depend on whether Jill supports me or Lucinda supports me or Christina supports me. If they all stop talking to me today, my business cannot depend on that. I have to make the decision to keep going and to work even without the support. Because this is about me. This is about me providing for my family, for my future, for my hope. My future and taking care of myself. This is for me. So your business has to be for you. You cannot depend on somebody supporting you. You cannot take things personal and get upset every time somebody says something. You have to grow some thick skin because you're going to have customers that are rude. You're going to have people in your downline or your upline that maybe you don't get along with, but they know what they're talking about. Maybe they're going to tell you that you're doing something wrong or give you some constructive criticism that you're not going to like. But you can't throw your hands up in the air and say, Sam told me that I shouldn't be doing this, and so you know what, I'm just done. No. Because if Sam is being successful, Sam is trying to help you be successful. And if I see that something's not working, or if I see that you're doing something wrong, then it's my job as your mentor, as your leader, as your trainer, to come to you and tell you to change it. So make that decision. Have that attitude. And make sure that you put a plan in place. A wish without a plan is nothing, or a dream without a plan is nothing more than a wish. So how are you supposed to make your dreams come true if you don't have a plan? And how do you make a plan? DMOs, daily method of operations. Sit down and write out your goals. Don't make your goals. If you're selling 10 pieces a night, don't say I want to have my goal is 5? Because you've already passed that. If you're selling 10 pieces a night, I want to sell 15. If you're selling 15 pieces a night, I want to go for 20. Make a daily goal. Make your weekly goal. Make your monthly goal. Make your yearly goal. And work towards it. And do not stop. Hashtag until. You have to make that decision that no matter what, you're going to do this. No matter if your upline walks away from you, which I'm not going anywhere. No matter if your upline walks away from you, no matter if your sideline walks away from you, no matter if you don't have support in your family, no matter what, make that decision that this is what you are going to do. And stop trying to get lucky. So many people sit back and they're just like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to wait for it to happen and I'll get lucky and then this is going to happen. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. You can't crawl. You can't just sit there and say, well, I'm going to try. Stop trying and do. Get out there and network. We're in network marketing. Make your DMOs. Make your list. Right now, I've been working on my list. I have a list of different things that I'm going to do every day. And I'm adding to that list. And do it. Check them off. I did my engagement post. I messaged 10 people. Do the challenges. If somebody challenges you, and I'm just as guilty, because there are times, like, I mean, we're part of several different groups, and so sometimes there's 4 different challenges a day, plus whatever I challenge myself, and I can't always, I don't always participate in all the challenges. I will be honest, but for the most part, I do my best to do as many challenges as I possibly can. Why? Because all of our leaders and all of the people that are challenging us are doing it so that you can succeed. So make that decision. Make your DMOs a habit. It needs to get to the point to where I do this stuff so much every day that it's second nature and I don't have to look at my list. I am a visual person and I will squirrel and I am making a checklist and I am being very specific in my checklist because I am that person that will spin my wheels and get nowhere because I won't remember what I'm doing. But it should, in the next couple of months, as I'm doing this on the daily basis, with doing it every day and working my business every day, it should become second nature to me. It should become my habit. And I'm not saying, and I am that person that I forget things. So I will have my checklist next to me. I don't care, 20 years from now, I will probably still have my checklist next to me just because I know I will get caught up with something else. It's like going and cleaning this part of the wall and then you see something else and then you clean that part of the wall and the next thing you know, you've cleaned everything. That's me. Or I will start a project in this room and something will catch my eye in that room. And by the end of the day, I'll have 5 different projects started and none of them finished. That's me. So I have to write down specifically what I'm going to do and why. And if you know that about yourself, then do that. Do what works best for you. Each one of us work differently. Each one of us remembers things differently. And again, each one of us have different goals. But you have to make that decision. There's no reason whatsoever why we cannot be an elite team in 2021. No reason at all. The only reason that's going to stop us is if we don't make the decision and do it. Come hell or high water, do it. Whether you're feeling good or you're not. Now, I'm not saying that if you're on your deathbed or you're very, very ill that you got to get up and throw on your makeup and go live. That's not what I'm saying at all. But There are times that we just have to push through when we don't feel well. I listened to Danielle Baker talk about when she was leaving convention one year, she was literally bleeding out. And while she was in the hospital, she had her husband bring her jewelry up there, and she had her hospital room set up like a jewelry store, and she recruited her nurse. We've seen other people on our team that are going to the hospital and having infusions, and they've got their stuff sitting there. They're posting pictures. They're buying new releases. They're, contacting people. When I was in the hospital, I was posting pictures. Like, we can still push through. Now, I'm not saying that if you are so ill that you can't get out of bed, that you have to get up and go live or whatever. But if you're laying in bed and you're watching Netflix because you don't feel good, you can post an album. You can contact some people. You can add 10 people to your Facebook page. Work your business every day. Christmas, I'm taking Christmas off. I'm spending Christmas with my family. I am not going live. But I'm going to at least post something. I'm going to post an album in my business page. I'm going to maybe just go live real quick and say, Merry Christmas to everybody, so my face is out there and they don't forget me. When you're on vacation, post your pictures. I'm not saying if you take a vacation that you need to, go live every day like I did when I went to Florida, or you need to work like you would work when you're at home. But you can post an album. You can take some bling with you, and you can stop at a rest area and go, live for a half an hour like I did. You can, include them on your vacation. Oh my gosh, even if you're not selling jewelry, let them be a part of you. Make that decision that your customers are going to be a part of you, and go live and say, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this alligator out here, or whatever it is that you're doing. I like to go alligator looking when I'm in Florida, so, but make that decision that no matter what, you're going to work and you're going to be successful, and you're not going to make excuses, because it's so easy to make an excuse. It's so easy to say, I'm not going to go and do it today. It's so easy to say, I'll just take today off. No, don't make excuses. You're not going to grow, you're not going to build, and you're not going to succeed if you constantly make excuses, if you constantly take a break because somebody hurt your feelings, or if you, just don't make that decision. So I challenge you guys today, and don't sit here and say, okay, well, we've got, a week and a half, 2 weeks before New Year, so I'm just going to chill for the next 2 weeks. Work your business. Like, it is tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I'm going live. Work your business, because how you work your business in December is going to affect how you work your business in January. You can't just take a break and then just say, okay, like, I'm taking, the last 2 weeks of the month off, and then all of a sudden, poof, here I am, and expect everything to be the way that it was. You have to keep working your business, and you have to make sure that your customers feel important. I've heard people say, well, I don't know why, but when I wear makeup, I sell more. When I have my hair fixed a certain way, I sell more. Or when I do this, I sell more. Because if you're getting on there, and I'm just as guilty, there have been times that I've just flown in the house, hair up in a ponytail, look a total hot mess, don't even have my stuff together, just grab a bin, and then I come over here and I'm just like, okay, hot mess Sally here for you, da, 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 da. And then I sell one item. But then there's those days that, I do my hair, I do my makeup, I have the jewelry on, and then, everything is set up in my bins and I'm all organized and together. And then guess what? People are like, oh, she really cares. She took the time because we're important enough to her to make herself pretty. And even on those days when we do like the pajama parties or the silliness, like, I took the time to put my hair into the ponytails and to make myself look like this, because it was a fun pajama party night. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you show your customers that you're taking that time to show them the importance that they are to you, they will come back. Tell them thank you for their support. They will come back. Today in my business page, I didn't post any pictures for sale. I posted I'm so thankful for you. Because without them, my journey is nothing. Without them, I have no business. So let them know you appreciate them. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that they are important to you. Make them a part of your journey. And they will continue to come back, and they will let other people know about you. I just talked to a lady the other day, and she said, I am so glad that I found you, and I'm able to watch you. And I'm going to tell all of my friends about you. Because they were watching somebody else, and that consultant quit. That consultant stopped. And so her and her friends were like, we don't have anybody to watch anymore. And I just so happened to have friended her just a few days beforehand. And she started watching me. She's ordered from me. She's ordered from my website. We've messaged each other. And she is like, I am so thankful that I found you. I really enjoy you. You're funny. You talk to us. You care. And I'm going to tell all of my friends about you. That's what you do for your customers. That's the decision that you need to make. Because if you go on there and you act like you're all about you. All right, guys, I just need to sell this. I just need to sell that because I need to pay my electric bill or whatever. So here, buy these earrings, blah, 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 blah. And don't care about them. Guess what? Bye-bye. They're going to go find somebody else that cares. If you show them you're important enough to me that I'm going to get, dressed up for you. And again, I know there is time. I am just as guilty. There are times that I have just been so busy. I work another job, or at least I used to. And, I would run in the house and my hair's up in the ponytail and I'm just a hot mess. And it's 5 minutes before my live and oh my gosh. And I just grab a bin and I just like, oh, da, 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 da. And I try to make it fun, but they could see that I'm, overwhelmed. They can see that I'm frazzled. They can see that, okay, I'm pulling stuff out of a bin in plastic and I don't have it all together. They're just like, okay, she didn't make time for us. We're not important. If you went and turned on your favorite TV show and all of a sudden they said, well, guys, we showed up, but we forgot our lines and you're just going to see us stumble. Are you going to keep watching it? No. You might for a week or two just to laugh at them, but after a while, you're just going to be like, no. Because I want my escape. I want my reality, or my escape from reality. I want my TV show. I want you to be professional. And so when you go onto your lives, we stop in the middle of mine and pray. We talk to each other. We care about each other. We ask each other about your customers become a family. And so you have to make the decision to be the head of that family. And to make it fun, keep bringing them together. You have to make the decision and stick with it. How many people come January 1st? I'm joining the gym. I'm losing weight. I'm going to get fit. You walk into the gym on January 2nd and it's loaded. You walk into the gym on February 1st and half the people are gone. You walk in there on March 1st and you're lucky if there's a couple people. I'm guilty. I've paid for so many gym memberships that I never used, except for here and there. Don't let that be your business. Make that decision. You want to hit bronze? Make the decision. You want to hit any rank in the life of the party? Make the decisions. You want to be an elite consultant? Make the decision. And come hell or high water, work and get it. You stumble, you have some pain, go find a corner, cry for 5 minutes, wipe your tears, get up, make your pain purposeful. Problem solve. Find that person that's going to lead you in the right direction. That person that you want a business like theirs. Don't compare. Do not compare. I've already told you guys, Jill's my mentor. I want a thriving business like Jill, so I want to emulate her, but I do not compare my journey or my business to Jill. Because even if I do everything that she's teaching me to do, my business is still going to be different from Jill's business. But if I want to be successful like Jill, then I need to emulate. I need to trust her, what she tells me, and trust that she's not going to lead me astray. So if Jill messages me every day and says, I want you to do this, boom, do it. If Jill challenges me, boom, I have to do it. You have to make that decision. And don't depend on support. Because we can't always be there. I can't devote 100% of my time to my team. I am here for you guys as much as I possibly can be. But if I sit here and devote myself to being in chat groups all day long or doing, just team things all day long, then guess what? I don't have time to work my business. So I'm allotting myself a certain amount of time that I'm going to be in the chat rooms. If I get my work done beforehand, then I can go back to a chat room. But I can't depend on just getting the support in order for my business. If something were to happen that I would be a lone wolf and I'd have no team no upline to help me, there's YouTube. I can go to YouTube for trainings. There's so much help out there that I can make sure that I can have a thriving business. We are very fortunate. We are very lucky. We are in an awesome, awesome team that is very supportive, very encouraging, very helpful. But the decision is yours. Jill can't do my business for me. Jill cannot make my business successful. That has to be me. She can give me the tools. She can give me the training. She can inspire me. But I have to make the decision. I have to be my own motivation. And I have to get it done. So that's my training tonight, guys. I love you. And I know we're going to have an awesome 2021. And I just encourage you guys to keep going. Make the decision and do not give up on yourself, on your business. Just keep going. All right. You guys have a blessed night. Love you.